My name is Paulina Nicol. I'm from the English collective of Prostitutes. In December 2013, 250 police officers raided the Soho area. A mass of press were invited along and women were identified in the newspapers. They broke into the flat with dogs, handcuffed and arrested women. They forced the immigrant women to go to such a cold place of safety, even though they didn't want to go. There are two important points about the raid. First, the police said the raids were not about prosecution of prostitutes, but to close brothels where we have evidence of various serious crime happening, including rape and human trafficking, but no victims were found. Second, when women said they were working independently and they decided which days they would work and were not coerced, they were not believed, and the flats were still closed on the grounds that coercion and exploitation was taking place. Sex workers take great offense at this. Does what we say does not matter. The local community supported sex workers and the flats were reopened. There are many reasons why sex workers need decriminalization, and some of the most important are in our pledge, which we would like you to take away, sign, or get others to sign. First, safety. Sex workers don't come forward to report violence because police threaten to arrest them for prostitution. Mirabelle, which she would have talked about her personal story, couldn't be here with us today. Mirabelle went to the police to report a gang was trying to force her to work for them. And she went to the police, reported, and then the police said, "Are you telling us that you are a prostitute? In which case, we will arrest you." Help. If sex workers are criminalized, they are less able to get health care and might face discrimination. There is a woman in our group who went to a health worker, and when she said she was a sex worker, was asked how much she charged. Recognize sex workers. One of the women in our group tried to speak to other women to agree collectively to raise the price, but under the current law, she could be prosecuted for controlling. Free police time. One of the women in our group was attacked twice in her flat. The first time, the police didn't turn up at all. Second time, she was badly beaten. After 4 hours, the police called to see if she still needed them. A year later, 15 police officers raided her flat, gave her a deportation letter even though she had the right to be in the UK, were rude and racist. Police waste lots of time chasing women on the street and charging them with loitering or soliciting or giving them an antisocial behaviour order. One woman was charged with loitering when she wasn't working and when we had to go to court to prove her innocence. Some ASBOs are very draconian. One woman was banned for 26 years from the borough of Hackney, even though she was living there. Again, we had to go to court and get the ASBO removed. Recognize that sex workers are mostly mothers, as you just heard from Jenny about women working to support their children. And criminal records. One of the women in our group was in a flat when it was raided. The police took her fingerprints on a mobile machine, and a conviction for Brothel-Keeping from 39 years ago came up. She was treated worse as a result. And the stigma. Most girls in our group can't tell their families, can't go public. Sometimes people say that decriminalization is only needed for girls that are better off, but is needed for everyone. If we are being abused, we need support, no criminalization. Sex workers don't want to be divided between those of us who work in premises or those of us who work on the street. We all need decriminalisation, safety and rights. Sex work, it is work.